We'll be back on Muto Online. We are tuning live from Mpigi Progressive Secondary School. Mpigi Progressive offers science and arts at A level. Mpigi Progressive has a conducive environment where you can take your students and you don't regret. At Mpigi Progressive, students they feed them well, and the registration is ongoing from senior 1 to senior 6. So you can take there your child for further educations. Those ones who are going to join in senior 1 can take them. They have well qualified staff and good administrators. So today we are going to look at linear programming as it is found in item 2, which is compulsory. But before we look at linear programming, you should know the inequality and the regions. So you should know the inequality and the region. So as you must know the inequality and the region, inequalities, these are expressions of variables in form of signs or symbols. So before we go to linear programming, you should have known the inequalities and the regions. It is very important to know the meaning of the symbols. For example, we are going to look at the names and the sign stroke a symbol. Do you know greater than? So a greater than, it is your right hand side. When you do it like this, your left hand side, it is less than. Your right hand is greater than. So your hands will help you to know that when I use a right hand side, that is greater than. When I use a left hand side, that is less than. So this symbol looks like that. Then you look at less than. Less than. I told you at first that less than, we use our left hand like that. Then we have more than. More than. More than is the same as greater than. Then note more than. So that one is the same as less than. Then we have another one, greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to. So that value, the first one, is also inclusive, where we use a solid line, and when we know that when it is not more than, we use a broken line. Less than or equal to. Less than or equal to. So that value is also inclusive on that. Then we have at most. At most. At most. then that is less than or equal to. When I say at most give me 20,000, it means that I don't want the value, I don't want the money which is greater than 20,000. So I want that 20,000. Then there is at least. At least. It is greater or equal to. If I say, man, I'm too hungry, just give me 1,000. I mean, give me 1,000 and above. When you give me 10,000, it is not bad. But don't give me 500 when I say, at least give me 1,000. Because each commando, it is of 1,000. So when I say, at least 1,000. So I expect you to know all those inequalities. Then there is exceeds. Exceeds, that is greater than. Then lastly, not exceeds, which is less than. So when you know how to use these symbols, then linear programming will be very simple. Because once you know that when it is greater than, I'll draw a broken line. If I have my inequality that if it is greater than, just greater than, that is a broken line. If it is greater than or equal to, I use a solid line like that. So if it is less than, I use a broken line. If it is less than or equal to, I use also a solid line. Once you know that, then you'll be able to do all the numbers concerning linear programming. So that was a review about Senior 2 work, about inequalities, before we go to our main issue, which is linear programming. So as we go to our linear programming, we must know the keywords there. Objective function. So are they talking about the profit? Are they talking about the profit? Are they talking about the loss? So they are going to give you that objective function. For example, they can ask you that a carpenter is making furniture, is making chairs and tables. A chair costs 12,000 and a table maybe costs 15,000. Then they want to know what is the cost of one chair and a table. So this object, they want to know the profit which is made by the carpenter. So there you should know how to do what? To get objective function. Maybe you say rate X represents chairs, then rate Y represents tables. Then you should know that you are going to get 12,000 X plus 15,000 Y. This one is a profit when you want to maximize the profit. Then this one is objective function. So they want to know that objective function. Then they want to know, do you know how to maximize the profit? Do you know how to maximize the profit? Do you know how to maximize the profit? Do you know how to maximize profit? Do you know how to maximize profit? So when they talk about maximizing the profit, you are going to look at a feasible region. A feasible region under the shaded part. For example, when this is our graph and we have 0 there, have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there is some points which is 2, and maybe even that one. So there's that one, there's that one. So they want this region. They want that region. They want that region. And this region is a feasible region. That one is a feasible region. And when you are maximizing profit, these coordinates is where you get maximizing the what? The maximize points. Then this one, the downer one, is where you minimize points. So when you want to simplify it, so when you read all these points which are up here, you are getting maximum points, which are going to give you maximum profit. But when you are, so this one gives you maximum profit, and this one gives you minimum profit. So those regions, they help you, and this is a feasible region. So in inequality, it is very important to know those keywords. Objective function, you should know how to maximize and minimize, then a feasible region. So with that, that is the introduction of linear programming. Thank you for listening to me. Keep on subscribing Muto Online, or join us on our WhatsApp number 0703 27 82 31. I wish you the best.